Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hari ini kita ke udara semula pada tadabbur surah Al-Fatihah part 2. Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa na'udzu billahi min syururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudhillalah wa man yudlil fala hadiyalah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengan ismi nama Allahi Allah Ar-Rahman yang Maha Pemurah, Ar-Rahim yang Maha Penyayang. Ada dua pendapat ulama tentang Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang pertama, Bismillah adalah salah satu daripada ayat dalam surah Al-Fatihah itu sendiri. Dan yang kedua, Bismillah hanya pembuka surah, tidak termasuk di dalam surah Al-Fatihah. Jadi, bila kita ambil pendapat yang pertama, kita kena baca Bismillah secara kuat waktu baca Al-Fatihah dalam solat yang kita kena baca kuat. Jadi kalau ikut pendapat yang kedua pula, Bismillah tadi dibaca perlahan dalam solat. Contohnya imam di Mekah yang mengikut mazhab Hambali. Jadi dua-dua pendapat ini adalah betul.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. So today we are going to continue our tadabbur class session for Surah Al-Fatihah. So for today we are going to look into the first verse, which is Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. So there are two opinions from our Islamic scholars about Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The first opinion is Bismillah is one of the verse in Surah Al-Fatihah. The second opinion is Bismillah is not included in Surah Al-Fatihah. It is just the start of the Surah Al-Fatihah. So when we take the first opinion, we have to recite Bismillahirrahmanirrahim loudly while we are reciting Al-Fatihah in our prayer. That need to be recited loudly. But if we follow the second opinion, Bismillah will be recited silently. For example, the Imam at Mecca, which follow Mazhab Hanbali. So both of these opinions are correct, and we can take any opinions.
Jadi Bismillah, dengan ismi nama Allah Allah. Jadi kita ada dua istilah, Allah dan juga Rabb. Lafaz Allah berasal daripada perkataan ilah, iaitu ilah maknanya Tuhan yang berhak disembah. Tuhan yang disembah ada banyak, tapi Tuhan yang berhak disembah dan layak disembah cuma satu, iaitu Allah SWT. Berhala tu juga manusia dakwa sebagai Tuhan. Hawa diri manusia juga ada yang manusia jadikan Tuhan. Suami, anak-anak, ibu bapa, ada juga manusia menjadikan Tuhan selain daripada Allah. Jadi kalau kita ikut dan sembah mereka selain, kita sembah Allah SWT. Jadi contohnya orang yang dia ikut mak bapak dia untuk mengaji setakat tajwid je, tak nak faham Quran dan sebagainya, tak nak tadabbur Quran dan sebagainya. Jadi maknanya dia sembah mak ayah mereka sebab tidak mengikut Allah SWT perintahkan.
So we start with Bismillah, in the name of Allah. So there are two terms, which is Allah and also Rabb. So the term Allah come from the words ilah. So ilah means the God that is to be worshipped. So in this dunya, there are a lot of God that human take as their God and they follow. But the only one that should be worshipped is only one, which is Allah. So if we see idols, vain desires, even other creatures, there are a lot of people who take them as their God. Means they follow and they follow not to say they worship, but when they follow it and they don't follow Allah, so means they take them as the God, as their God. For example, those who follow the opinions of their parents, who just limit Quran for the sake of tajweed and taranum, doesn't want to understand Quran, doesn't want to tadabbur Quran, means in this case, that person is taking their parents as a God, because they don't follow the words of Allah, they follow the words of the parents.
Jadi apa pula makna Rabb? Jadi dari segi bahasa, makna Rabb ni ada 3, iaitu Al-Khaliq, iaitu pencipta, Al-Malik, raja atau pemilik, Al-Mudabbir, iaitu pentadbir ataupun pengurus. Ada tak orang yang dia menciptakan tapi tidak memiliki? Contohnya ada orang buat rumah tapi bukan dia memiliki rumah tu. Berbeza dengan Rabb, dia adalah pencipta, dia adalah yang memiliki dan dialah yang menguruskan segala-galanya. Maksudnya Allah berhak buat apa saja pada kita. Allah menciptakan kita, dia menciptakan segala anggota kita, dia yang menguruskan menciptakan mata dan menguruskan mata kita. Sebab tu bila stroke, kalau Allah tentukan kita tak boleh berkedip, maka tak bolehlah. Sebab tu jangan kita berbangga dengan apa yang kita ada, jangan leka waktu kita sihat.
So just now we talk about what is the meaning of Allah. Now we look into what is the meaning of Rabb. So in literally, Rabb, the meaning of Rabb has 3 components. First, Al-Khaliq, which is the creator. Second, Al-Malik, who is owning, or the Lord, the king. And third is Al-Mudabbir, who rule this dunya and whatever that has been created. So when we look into our surrounding, is there anyone who created but doesn't own? For example, those who create or make houses, but they don't own the house. So it difference with Rabb, in which he is the creator, he is also that own everything, and he is also the one that manage everything. Means when Allah created us, Allah has full control over us. So we know that Allah created us with all the body parts. Allah created everything on us. For example, Allah created our eyes, and He is also the one that managed our eyes. So that's why when someone when someone got stroke, when Allah decide that person not to be able to blink, then that person won't be able to blink. So that's why we shouldn't be proud of whatever we have, and we shouldn't be forgetful whenever we are in healthy condition. When we are healthy, we shouldn't forget Allah.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman yang maha pemurah, Ar-Rahim yang maha penyayang. Dia merupakan antara dua sifat Allah. Jadi dua-dua perkataan ini berasal daripada perkataan rahmatun, iaitu rahmat. Apa beza antara Ar-Rahman dan juga Ar-Rahim? Kan? Makna Ar-Rahman, Allah memberi makna Ar-Rahman ialah Allah yang maha pemurah kepada makhluknya. Tak kira sama ada orang tu beriman ataupun tidak. Syaitan ke, Fir'aun ke, binatang ke, orang-orang yang kafir dan sebagainya, semua Allah SWT memberi nikmat kepada mereka walaupun mereka itu adalah musuh Allah SWT. Tapi kalau kita beri tapi kalau kita beri kita tengok pernah satu kisah Malik bin Dinar, iaitu ada seorang pencuri masuk rumah dia waktu dia tengah solat malam. Sebelum pencuri itu keluar, Malik bin Dinar panggil pencuri itu. Lepas tu dia tanya pada pencuri itu, takkan nak keluar macam tu je? Kau tahu beruduk tak? Kau tahu solat tak? Jadi bila pencuri itu kata tak tahu, Malik itu kata jom aku ajar. Akhirnya pencuri itu belajar agama dalam rumah yang dia nak curi. Hasil daripada rahmat Allah SWT, tuan rumah kepada pencuri tadi akhirnya jadi baik pencuri tadi. Jadi Ar-Rahman maknanya adalah untuk semua makhluk Allah SWT. Ar-Rahim adalah rahmat yang Allah Ta'ala khaskan kepada orang yang beriman saja.
So, in Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, there are two names of Allah, which is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Both of these terms is coming from the words Rahmatun, which is rahmat or blessing or mercy. So what is the difference between Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim? So when we look into the meanings of Ar-Rahman, means that Allah is so merciful towards all of His creation. So regardless whether that person is a believers or disbelievers, or even to other creations such as shaitan, or even all the animals, all the living things in this world, Allah is so merciful to all of them, including those who disobey Allah. But when we look into how we are, we won't be so kind to our enemy or those who doesn't have a same opinion with us. When we look into the story of Malik bin Dinar, in which there is one night where there is a thief entering his house while he was praying at night, and before that thief get out from the house, Malik bin Dinar called the thief. And what did he ask to the thief? He asked, do you want to just go out just like that? Do you know how to perform prayer? Do you know how to perform wudu? And when the thief said that he doesn't know, Malik bin Dinar actually asked that thief to for him to teach the thief. And eventually the thief start learning about religion in the house that he initially wants to steal. So because of the character of Malik bin Dinar towards the thief, eventually the thief become a better person. So that's why it's very important for us to be kind to everyone. So Ar-Rahman is how merciful Allah is to all of His creation, but Ar-Rahim is only specific and special towards the believers only.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, kan? Maknanya kita tak baca dengan cara yang lain, kan, disebabkan oleh diperintahkan oleh Allah SWT yang bila kita nak baca, nak memulakan sesuatu perkara, nak baca Al-Quran, nak baca apa saja atau nak memulakan sesuatu perkara, mesti dimulakan dengan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sebab Allah SWT nak kita sentiasa ingat rahmat Allah SWT tu yang maha luas, kan? Walaupun kita banyak dosa, mungkin degil dengan Allah atau sebagainya, Allah tetap beri kita rezeki, tetap bagi kita nikmat-nikmat yang banyak, makan yang sedap, kesihatan dan sebagainya, supaya kita sentiasa bersyukur kepada Allah.
So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Allah connect Bismillah with the two names, which is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. And even in Allah has commanded us to start everything that we do with Bismillah, because Allah wants us to always being reminded that the blessing and the mercy of Allah is too abundance. That's why even if we sometimes disobey Allah or we don't follow Allah's command and we are still being stubborn, but Allah still gives us a lot of His blessing. We still can get our rizki, we still can eat, we still can be healthy. So that's why we always have to be reminded for us to be grateful.
Jadi kita baca Bismillahirrahmanirrahim dalam keadaan kita mengaku yang Allah SWT Maha Pemurah lagi Maha Penyayang. Dalam keadaan kita betul-betul yakin tak yang Allah sayang kita. Kita pula sayang Allah betul-betul tak? Atau apa buktinya Allah SWT sayang kita? Jadi kalau kita tengok Rasulullah SAW dan juga para sahabat, apa bukti mereka sayang Allah? Kita dapat tengok yang mereka bukan je mengikut perintah Allah, tetapi semua yang mereka buat tadi ikut Allah kerana Allah. Jadi bermula daripada dia makan, berkeluarga, belajar, sampailah dia berjihad pada jalan Allah kerana Allah. Jadi kalau kita tengok ulama pula, contohnya Imam Syafi'i, kan, sehari Imam Syafi'i dia boleh khatam Quran 1 kali berserta dengan kefahaman. Malah bukan itu saja, Imam Syafi'i ni boleh menulis banyak kitab pada masa yang sama. Cuba tengok kita, apa bukti kita sayang Allah, berapa banyak kita spend masa untuk memikirkan ayat-ayat Allah, untuk tadabbur Quran, ke lebih banyak masa-masa kita habiskan untuk makan, tidur, tengok YouTube, TikTok dan sebagainya.
So we recite Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We admit that Allah is the most merciful, Allah is the most beneficent. But do we really convinced that Allah loves us? And do we really love Allah? And what is the proof that we really love Allah? So when we look into how Rasulullah SAW and the companions, so what are the proof that they really love Allah? We can see that they are not only following the order of Allah, but they do everything because of Allah and following Allah's command. Starting with how they eat, how they build their family, how they learn, and how they are willing to sacrifice for the sake of Allah. And when we look into the Islamic scholars, for example, Imam Shafi'i, in one day, Imam Shafi'i is able to finish Quran once with understanding. Not only that, he also managed to write a lot of books that is beneficial to us even until today. So what about us? What is the proof that we love Allah? How long do we spend for thinking about the words of Allah? How long do we spend to tadabbur Quran? Or do we spend more time on eating or to sleep or for our entertainment?
Jadi satu lagi sebab kenapa kita wajib mulakan sesuatu perkara atau even baca Quran tadi dengan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ulama kata supaya kita sedar yang apa yang kita buat ni takkan berjaya kecuali dengan kuasa dan izin Allah SWT. Jadi sebagai satu peringatan untuk kita, jangan kita sombong dengan kelebihan kita. Kita sihat, kita ada harta, talent kita, kepandaian kita, sebab kita boleh buat macam-macam. Sedangkan kalau Allah SWT tak izinkan atau dengan kuasa Allah nak buka mata pun kita takkan mampu. Satu lagi sebab kenapa kena mulakan dengan Bismillah, supaya kita mengambil keberkatan nama Allah SWT. Kita nak hidup berkat, kita nak kerja nak berkat, rezeki kita nak berkat, walaupun sikit rezeki yang diberikan ataupun banyak rezeki kita nak keberkatan daripada Allah.
So one reason why we need to start everything with Bismillah, our Islamic scholars want us to always be aware that whatever that we do, we couldn't do it except with the permission and the power from Allah. So it is as a reminder for us, so that we won't be too arrogant to be proud with whatever that we have, whatever things that we think that we have. Where we are healthy, we got wealth, and we are able to do anything. But we have to understand that if Allah doesn't permit us to do something, even for us to blink our eyes, it won't be possible. So there another reason why we have to start with Bismillah, because we want to take the blessing from the names of Allah, because we want our life to be blessed by Allah. We want our work, our career to be blessed by Allah. We want our wealth, whatever that we have, being blessed by Allah. So that's why we have to start with Bismillah.
Jadi kehebatan perkataan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim jadi membolehkan menjadikan satu benda yang haram tu menjadi halal. Dan kalau kita baca Bismillah, yang halal pun boleh jadi haram. Contohnya dalam masalah sembelihan. Kalau lembu yang disembelih tanpa bacaan Bismillah boleh jadi bangkai dan haram untuk dimakan.
So the power of the word Bismillahirrahmanirrahim is able to turn something from being forbidden to being allowed for us to do or to eat. If we don't recite Bismillah, something that we are able to eat will be something that we couldn't eat. For example, in the issue of slaughtering, in which a cow that we slaughter in the names of Allah is permissible for us to eat. But if we don't recite Bismillah, it will be something just like a dead body, and we won't be able to eat it. We are not allowed to eat it.
Jadi itu saja kita ke udara pada petang ni. Kita akhiri dengan tasbih kafarah. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Itu saja. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.